this unmoderated, wretched hive of scum and villainy is going to keep growing. And the question is, how big are we willing to let this alternative universe grow before it becomes an even uglier version of the very thing we sought to destroy? That too dramatic? Bearing in mind, we haven't been deplatforming people for very long, and some people would argue that this unintended consequence is already starting to show. Alternative platforms are still small, but they are growing. Gab doubled in size within a year of January 6th. When Facebook banned groups discussing COVID-19 vaccines, those same users migrated to Twitter, where they posted at higher rates. Rumble's user base grew by 76% between 2021 and 22, and the amount of uploaded content on the platform nearly tripled. After watching the recent anti-Semitic ramblings of Kanye West, particularly in the company of these two droogs, it was almost easy to forget that all three of these people had been extensively deplatformed. Anti-Semitism as a whole has been extensively deplatformed. Things like the Jewish question and Holocaust denial
are more popular
have been some
than
of the
ever.
top targets for social media bans. They've been so taboo for so long that even most right-wing commentators won't go near them.
True.
But can we say how much that's really helped? Jewish people have consistently been the top targets for hate crimes in the English-speaking world, and it looks like the hateful ideas that produce those attacks have been with us the entire time. The risk of banishing too many people to these alternative spaces too quickly is that they become more cemented in their beliefs, more radicalized, and more willing to violently assert those beliefs in the real world. And I feel like people on the left already kind of understand this. They'll argue that the spread of far-right politics has less to do with individual figureheads.
Oh shit, X sooner
and is
killer.
more
Thank
of
you.
a
True.
manifestation of our current liberal, racial, patriarchal, capitalist order, and yes.
Wait, when does that happen?
I agree with all of those words. So
I haven't gotten a
it
warning
makes
on
me
it. I'm
wonder
good.
why you would celebrate the deplatforming of far-right individuals whilst the material conditions that sustain their beliefs
Material
can carry on
conditions!
uninterrupted. Because it does often feel like deplatforming has only changed the nature of the problem rather than dealt with it. Only now, the far-right gets to have the privilege of appealing to our progressive ideas of free speech whilst advocating for a world that would ultimately destroy those values. And I don't like that. So the question becomes, how do we have...
It's a bit of a counterfactual, but couldn't you say that it's possible the increase of anti-Semitism will be even worse if they weren't deplatformed? No, because I think that humans have a moderating effect on each other. A lot of people seem to think that humans have an extremist effect on each other. That if you if I put 10 Nazis in a group of 100 people, those 10 Nazis will slowly convert everybody to Nazism. I don't think that's what would happen. I think if you put 10 Nazis in a group of 100 people, I think that those 100 people become more Nazi by like 1 or 2%, and I think that the 10 Nazis become less Nazi by like 90 to 95%. I think that's what happens. I think that it's a big numbers game. I think that we have moderating effects on each other. As we spend time around more different types of people, like you absorb and you change and you kind of grow to resemble the people around you. Nobody goes into a community and is like an extremist through and through and maintains that despite every single person around them being different. That just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. We just don't, you can't do that as human beings. When you watch my content enough, you start to talk and act like me. When you hang around friends that have certain ideas, you start to pick those ideas up. When you meet certain types of people, you get different opinions about those types of people by seeing them. Like, it's just a natural, like, it's just a reality of human interaction. I think that people should be around other people of differing beliefs because it helps to moderate all of us a bit. All right, bye.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.